Hello everybody, it's your art teacher Mr. Guerra, and I'm back again, and this week we are going to talk about drawing contour lines. So you may be wondering, all right, what is a contour line? Well, the definition is that a contour line is a line that shows the edges and surface ridges of an object. Okay, so great, we've got the definition, I've told you what it is, but this is art class, so let me show you. Here's an Elmer's school glue bottle we've all seen a million times before. In this example, the contour of this glue bottle is going to be drawn. What that means is the outline and surface ridges are going to be drawn. And the trick of it is contour lines require that we do not pick up our pencils. So we're going to start at the top and start drawing the contour or just the outline of the glue bottle tip, going down to that wide white part where it's got the little grips on it, and we'll get to those in just a second. But the key is to go nice and slow and to focus on just the outline. Now you see that little mistake on the shoulder there? That's fine. That's part of contour lines. It's one sweeping line. You do not pick up the pencil. And we go all the way around and we try to capture as much of what we're looking at as possible. We're not going to pick our pencil up and look back and forth and back and forth. The challenge of making a contour line is to draw one continuous line. Contour line drawings have a life all their own, and sometimes they look funny, but as you practice, you can get better and better and better. And one of the all-time masters of contour drawing was the very famous Pablo Picasso, who was able to draw simple animals with one line. I mean, just look at these. They're amazing. At first, it just looks so simple. It's just one line, but this actually takes a lot of skill. So, I'd like you to pause the video, get out a piece of paper and a pencil or a marker, whichever you prefer, and I would like you to try and create one of your own. You can either pause the video and try to duplicate and copy one of the ones that you see here on the screen, or if you're feeling extra bold and extra artistic today, go ahead and just experiment. You don't even have to send it to me. I just want you to experience exactly how difficult making an animal with just one line is. And remember, while you're attempting to do this, if you pick up your pencil or your marker off the paper even one time, it doesn't count because a contour line drawing keeps the pencil or the marker or the pen, whatever you're using, in one continuous line that never leaves the paper until the line is completed. All right, so let's get to today's art project, which you see here. I call this Canyon Contours, but don't worry, you'll be allowed to pick your pencil and markers up off the paper. I'm not going to force you to draw all of this without moving your hand off the paper. This is going to be a fun, simple project, but we do have to follow it step by step. Let's get started. The first thing that you're going to need is a piece of paper. Now, it doesn't have to be a yellow sheet of paper. It's just the one that I prefer to use. If you have it, great. If not, a regular white sheet of paper will do just fine. I'm using a Sharpie, as you can see, and I'm going to start at the bottom of the canyon by just drawing a loopy line. Just a couple reminders, your canyon does not have to look exactly like mine, but do your best to kind of keep it semi-similar. So in this case, try not to do more than 2 or 3 loops, otherwise you'll be stuck doing this art project for quite a while. Also, a quick reminder that if at any point you feel like you're falling behind, pause the video so you can catch up, because remember, the idea here is to have fun making art, not to get frustrated. Okay, so at the edges of these loops, we're going to draw small vertical lines that go straight down. This is going to give that 3D appearance, like if you walk over too far, you're going to fall into the canyon. Next, I'm going to draw these blobby, contoured cloud shapes. I want to make 3 of them. I don't want to make them too tall because I still want to leave about half of the paper open and available at the top. But I do want to make these 3 contoured cloud shapes, and just like I did with the bottom plateau, I'm going to find the edges of these blobby contoured cloud shapes, and I'm going to draw more vertical lines that go straight down and meet the bottom of my canyon. Okay, next up is another 4 of these plateau cloud shapes. I'm going to squeeze in these 4, but it's important that I'm going to squish them extra flat. So they can't be too round. They need to be more squished flat, like a flat rectangle-ish shape, but with still the curves and the blobs. So I'm going to fit 4 in, and again, I'm going to draw vertical lines from the edges all the way down until they either touch the first row of plateaus or they go all the way down and touch the bottom part of my canyon. Next up, we're going to draw another loopy contour line for the top of the canyon. I'm going to go out, come back in, and I'm going to do, again, no more than 2 to 3 loops to keep it nice and simple. Following that, I need to do one last round of vertical lines that go from my canyon's edges all the way down. After that, I'm going to draw a straight horizon line. This is where the sky meets the canyon, so anything above this line is the sky. This is where you can put in a few cool details. Put in some birds, some clouds. I'm even going to draw a quick cactus just to make sure that everybody knows this is a canyon. It's a dry climate, but it's awesome. All right, and there you have it, your contour canyon. Now's the time to get out some colored pencils or some crayons. Either will work just fine. And color in the sections that lead downward to create a 3D effect, like you could fall into the canyon. I like to use orange, brown, reds, those kinds of colors, but I'm going to leave the top surfaces of this canyon the yellow of the paper. Don't forget that above that horizon line to color in the sky blue, color in the clouds white if you have chosen to make this work of art on a yellow piece of paper, and of course, don't forget your green cactus. All right, contour lines and how they make awesome art. As we saw with some of Picasso's examples, you can use one continuous line without picking your pencil up off the paper to actually create something cool. And then with our contour canyons, you saw how we can make a landscape by using those smooth, sweeping lines. So, if you'd like, go ahead and try some Picasso one-line animals, whether you try to copy what he's already done. Look down below for some examples. Or if you try one on your own. And definitely send me a picture of those contour canyons. I would love to see how you did. Well, that's all I got for this week. I will see you all next time.